Okay, more info here on Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. Keep in mind that this is alleged, and this is only energy that I'm reading. Okay, so the new moon in Leo was July 24th, 25 at 3:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, now um, keep in mind that the new moon is a time for performing rituals. All right, and Shravana Amavasya or Hariyali is a time for performing rituals to honor ancestors. Okay. Now, the new moon in Leo is your self-love wake-up call. Okay. Leo is the heart. Okay. So it's something about the heart. Okay. So July 23rd, Venus in Gemini and Mars in Virgo, which is intense internal energy. So that July 24th, in aspect with the new moon, um, all going on in this month of July, okay, was retrogrades in Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, this is all the energy that is going on this month. Now, what I would love to know is, when did he go on this trip? How long was he on the trip in Costa Rica before his alleged death, the date of his alleged death, or the alleged date of his death, the date that they're telling us. Okay, that's important because maybe there was some poisoning going on. And I was picking up initially preparation. Okay, preparing his body for the new moon date. Okay, threes are significant as well, right? So let's talk about, because they were saying that his date of death, so-called, I like to say date of transition or transcending, was July 20th, and then you see some that, some is saying July 21st. So it's like, dude, people, which one is it? Y'all so confused. It's just simple, like which one is it? Trying to be confusing people. Stop trying to confuse the folks. So, however, that was the waning crescent phase. Okay, so July the 20th, the illumination was 15.96%, okay, of the moon. Now, that's the percentage of the moon illuminated by the sun, okay. The waning crescent is a thin silver of light, getting smaller as it approached the new moon phase, okay. So that means when the new moon phase is here, there is no light from the moon. Okay, the moon card kept coming out. Okay, and And in that particular moon card, there is like a lake of water with the black, shadowy, feminine spirit coming from the water. Two people is standing, feminine energy is standing nude with mask on. Oh my goodness. It's going to take me to where I'm going with this. Standing before the moon doing apparently some type of ritual, right? Now, hear me now. Waning crescent represents a period of release, introspective, and preparing for new beginnings. We were seeing a lot of number ones as well in the reading, right? Waning, decreasing. Now, what waning means decreasing in size. The crescent is the moon's shape, resembling a curved sickle, cycle, or a small arc of light. The new moon, the waning crescent, is the last phase before the moon becomes completely dark, entering the new moon phase. Okay? Check it. Now, the waning crescent personality is dreamy, contemplative, individualistic, and solitary. Kept seeing the hermit energy as well, the moon energy as well, the high priestess energy as well. New moon personality is good creativity, adventure seeker, spontaneous and rash, RASH. Okay. Now this is a new moon in Leo. Leo is the house of pleasure. Okay. Hedonists, pleasure seeking. So they do these rituals very often for pleasure. This is an indulgence for them, this group. Now, contemplative, what does that mean? The adjective expressing or involving prolonged thought. The noun is a person whose life is devoted primarily to prayer, especially in a monastery or convent. Okay. Convent is the same as like a community, a coven. Okay, a coven community. Here, what's going on now? Okay, and this is just the basic. This is not even the etymology of these words. Why can't I say that word? Etymology of the word. Okay, so monastery is a house or place of residence occupied by a community of persons, especially like monks. Living in seclusion under religious vows. Now, how is that different than a church? Well, the church is a building for public worship. A monastery is a place where a community, remember I said the 3 of cups, a lot of 10 of cups, all that, this community kept coming out. A community, the Hierophant did come out, the Emperor kept coming out. What else was coming out? King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, a monastery is a place where a community of monks or nuns or the like works and worship in a secluded setting away from the general public, generally, with varying degrees of interaction with the outside world. So this is giving me like maybe they may do some type of what you call retreats or something, right? And this is how they get people to come in. They probably advertise retreats and get you in. Mm, mm, mm. So I was trying to tap into exactly to confirm the date that they did this sacrifice. Okay. Which the 19th kept coming up, the 9 of clubs, which is the 9 of swords. Okay. So this is why I say, how long was he on this vacay in Costa Rica before this happened? And was he being, now this is allegedly, now all of this is alleged. Was he being drugged? Was he kidnapped and was he being drugged and held captive? This 9 of clubs energy is the 9 of swords and tarot. Okay. So he was going through a lot of worry and nightmares because they was holding him captive. Okay. And then the 21st, that's the day of or the day after his death, which is the 7 of clubs, which is the 7 of swords. Okay. And that's when the lie, okay, came out public. Clubs is dealing with communication. Okay. The 22nd, it was the 6 of clubs day, which that's the 6 of wands. And I think that day was the day that they, did the autopsy, finished the autopsy, came out public with the autopsy. And then the 24th, the 4 clubs came out for the 24th. Okay. Which that is the 4 of swords. The 4 swords did come out. So that's him laid out on the table being sacrificed. So he was sacrificed on that day, July 24th. That was the day of the new moon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, diving deeper. He was married in 2017. Okay. That was 8 years ago. Which 2017 is a 10 and a 1. Okay. So this was new for him. He was very passionate about this. He was very happy about his marriage. Okay. He was in love with his wife. Yes. He thought she was so beautiful. Okay. And he was eager. He was just excited about having a family and making a family. Their child was born the next following year, 2018, which is 11. Okay. So yeah, he was ecstatic. Okay, you couldn't tell him nothing. He was happy. He was in love. He had his family. And he was content with that. Okay. Now, his wife is said to be so-called black and Puerto Rican. Okay. And guess how old he was when he got married? In 2017. 45. Which is a 9. That's that 4 and 5. The mirror of that is 5, 4. The 9, there's that 9 again. A completion of a cycle. He was 46 when he had his child. That's a 10 and a 1. So what I'm feeling is that they took him to some type of sanctuary in the jungle. Maybe there were trails there, mountains, lakes connected to the rivers, and the rivers connected to the sea. Okay. So when I asked, what type of group of people was this that sacrificed him? Malcolm Jamal Warner. So a Christian group came out. Shadow Government group came out. Satanistic Masonic group came out. Government group came out. Reptilian group came out. Uh-huh. Karmic lovers are being sent to you. 22 came out. And a priestess was hired to put a root on you. Came out. That came out before. So allegedly, she was sent to him and probably was a handler. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And maybe she was into some type of, maybe she was maybe she was a priestess or a, witch of some kind. But with this 22 here that came out, the karmic lovers are being sent to you, and a priestess was hired, paid to put a root on you. Two is 4. So she was sent in to commune with him, to cut to, who sent her in? I can't remember what I read. A friend sent her in. A friend of his sent her in. That's how they met. And he didn't think nothing of it. He really, really wasn't interested, But it became a partnership, a marriage, a union with this 2 here. And they had a child together. So divide and conquer came out again. Materialistic came out again. Spirit of doubt. So maybe they're, okay, most definitely they're materialistic. Okay. We saw that in the read. I think the Queen of Pentacles came out even in reverse. The Queen of Diamonds came out. Okay. Divide and conquer tactics. I don't know what this is about. Divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. But the spirit of doubt is giving me lack of confidence. Somebody lacked confidence. Spirit of doubt. So anywho, let's keep going. Water came out. Okay. They desire to isolate you from true loving support. Okay, I don't know what that is about. Divide and conquer with that, I don't know. Element of fire. I was picking that up with the creativity, the Seven Sisters card, because it was candles on the ground, several candles in that depiction of the seven sisters creativity card. So most likely they used, they probably lit a lot of candles. They use fire most definitely, right? A radical rebirth is needed. death and transformation. So they needed this to do this sacrifice for a rebirth or a transformation of some sort. Moon came out. Okay. Intuition, divine feminine. So they did this on the new moon. Yeah. They did this on the new moon. 1111 came out. Addictions came out. 99 came out. And overindulgence came out. So these people do this. They are addicted to sacrificing people. 99 is 18, which is a 9. Maybe a 9 is something significant in their cult, in their practice. Overindulgence is here. Okay. So this is a very sadistic group. Maybe they use water. Most likely they travel by water, or their victims, they prey. They travel with their prey by water to get them to the sanctuary. And beauty spells came out too. Now that's sacral chakra. Okay, this is where you get your creativity from. Mind you, arts. He was in the arts. He was very creative, full of energy, vibrant energy, and they wanted that. So they must do some sexual ritual also with their rituals. Yeah. So I'm going to read something. Spiritual practices of priestesses in Costa Rica include indigenous priestesses, which are called Awa, or shamans. In indigenous communities like the Brebre, women have significant spiritual roles. Many are known as Awae, or shamans. They lead ceremonies and rituals, act as a bridge between physical and spiritual realms, and communicate with spirits. They are also involved in traditional healing using herbal medicine and chanting to treat illnesses and restore health. The Brebe culture, known for its matriarchal structure, okay, I'll show you that, reveres women as guardians of ancestral knowledge and spiritual traditions often passed down through generations. Okay. Now that ancestral energy did come up with divine lineage, and also when I mentioned about the new moon, rituals, some practices do the rituals to honor ancestors. So maybe this, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. But however, let's keep going. The sacred cacao ceremony, a central element of Brebe spirituality, is traditionally prepared and served only by women. Indigenous women are actively involved in preserving their cultural heritage, including traditions like wooden mask making in the Taraba community. The mask card did come out. Okay. And there was a woman there, like she was the leader of the tribe. There was a woman sitting in the grass on Junbi, on her card. Okay. Like that was the leader that was the priestess of that community, and then there was 5 other masks behind her. Indigenous women's associations are also working to promote food security and protect forests using traditional knowledge and practices. Now, modern priestesses, contemporary or neo-paganism is also present in Costa Rica with groups practicing various traditions like Wiccan and Asatru. I don't even know what that is, okay? And maybe that's could be what this is, more modern, okay? Modern priestesses in Costa Rica, like those elsewhere, see themselves as spiritual guides who help others connect with their intuition, inner wisdom, and power. That's giving me retreat shit, okay? And also this Brebre indigenous community called non-indigenous people, Sakuas, or Sakuas. Okay, these are people that are not indigenous. And because Breve is a matrilineal society, they basically have to keep them in mind, and when they see them doing something maybe in violation of nature, um, they kind of, speak up and basically set them straight, okay, in a sense. Okay, continuing on. So their practices may include healing modalities such as energy work, shadow work, Reiki, shamanic practices, herbalism, and sound healing. Yeah, this sound like these people that be giving these retreats. Leading meditations, prayer groups, rituals, and ceremonies, including honoring the lunar cycle, moon priestesses. You hear that? Deep connection with nature through activities like wildcrafting, plant medicine work, and ceremonies that honor the earth and its cycles. Creating sacred spaces and communities, offering workshops. There we go, offering workshops, retreats, and mentorship programs for women. They are also dedicated to the betterment of others, empowering women and serving their communities. The spiritual practices associated with priestesses in Costa Rica encompass both traditional indigenous practice, particularly in groups like the Brebe, and more contemporary forms of priestesshood found within the neo-pagan movement. These practices often emphasize a strong connection to nature, healing, community, and the divine feminine. Okay. So I'm picking up. I'm gonna go to some here. I'm picking up a lot. You have the duality everywhere, right? So there's some fake spiritualists that are masking, as shamans, and like I say, they lure in some of they prey by giving retreats. Okay, and I'm gonna read something that I found too. Now this is an advertisement. Costa Rica spiritual retreat with Balinese high priest. Balinese Hinduism is Hinduism, right? So let's see what they say. Somebody is advertising a retreat, and it says, activate your spiritual gifts through blessings and divine transmissions with Balinese high priest in Costa Rica. It's a 4-day immersion in a Costa Rican jungle sanctuary in Lagunas, October 11th to the 14th of 2025. Step into a sacred portal of remembrance and soul activation. This powerful 4-day retreat welcomes 2 Reverend Balinese high priestess to the lush heart of Costa Rica for a ceremonial immersion, to be in presence with human beings who have realized their potential to the degree that they have is a gift and privilege for those that are ready. Guided by the ancient lineage of Balinese spiritual wisdom, you will be held in deep ritual and receive energetic transmissions to awaken your inner gifts, clear ancestral blockages, and connect with your soul's essence. What awaits you? Water blessing ceremony to cleanse energetic residue and open your intuitive channels. The water did come out here. High priest transmissions. Be anointed and attuned through prayer, mantra, and energetic transmissions. Transmission. What is they transmitting? What is they transforming? Huh? What is they transferring? You see, gotta be very fucking careful who the hell, you know, these words. Jungle sanctuary setting. It's nestled between the ocean and the rainforest. This natural temple space amplifies healing and remembrance, community connection. Gather in circle with fellow seekers and wisdom keepers, creating a field of support, reverence, and transformation. Is this a proof? Okay. Mm, okay. Mhm. Yeah. So this is advertised as a Costa Rica spiritual retreat with Balinese high priest. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay. So just to give an example, okay, what's this? Feminine Healing Retreat in Costa Rica. This is May 6th to 11th, 2024. This old in Coyote, Costa Rica. A feminine healing immersion. Okay, they always want to do this immersion. They use that word a lot or something. Immersion. Mm. Envision yourself sitting in ceremony with 30 powerful women, 30, reducing that to 3. 3 is a magical number, okay? Mm. So they do different, you know, things with all of the elements. So they name it Fire Priestess, where they do shadow work, vocal activation, masculine and feminine dynamics. They do water, you know, the art of being a woman, sensuality, sexuality, water priestess is what they're calling these. Air priestess, tantra breath work, earth priestess, healing the uh, maternal lineage, breast massage and heart healing, shadow work and central aliveness. Okay. Hmm. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with these, but you know, I'm just giving some things coming up, you know, just showing, you know, different retreats. You just have to be careful with these, what people are calling retreats. Okay, really, treating. What are they treating? Okay, what are they given? Who or what are they giving up a sacrifice to, Retreat. Mm. Again and again and again. Okay. A cycle of sacrifice. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. But however, that was digging a little deeper, and that's what came out. Okay. I'm looking at the Ace of Hearts that's sitting right here on top of the deck of the cardology. This is the Ace of Cups. Behind that is the Five of Spades. What is the Five of Spades? The Five of Spades is the Five of Wands in the total. So there most definitely was conflict with this union. Okay. There was a new love somewhere, or somebody wanted a new love. Mm-hmm. And then I see the Eight of Diamonds again at the top, and the Ten of Diamonds. Damn. So somebody wanted financial power. Somebody wanted his financial power. I see the Six of Hearts. So the Eight of Diamonds, the Ten of Diamonds, and the Six of Hearts. With the Seven of Clubs and the Seven of Spades and the Ace of Diamonds. And the Nine of Spades. My goodness. So that's a lot of money, a lot of finances. His legacy, his net worth. Okay. It's time to really do some deeper introspection when it comes to people trying to bind themselves to you or being presented to you or whatever the case. It's just time to really be the hermit. Okay, Inspector Gadget is the first thing that came up. The sun energy. Because and pay attention to when people are coming in your energy. Where are you in your life when this person shows up? Okay, and where are they in their life when they show up? Okay, did somebody bring them in your energy, or how? Just pay attention to things. Okay, don't be so crazy. Don't be just so, we have to be very discerning right now. We have to be very intuitive. Okay. Just take a deeper look at people. Don't look at the surface of things. Take a deeper look. Somebody is asking you to go somewhere with them, or come travel with them, or come and relocate with them, or just pay attention. And what are some things that have changed with you and around you when you've connected yourself to these people or that person, have things start, weird things happening, you losing money, uh, just start paying attention, really, body, mind, and spirit, and for your finances of what's going on when you have certain people in your energy. Pay attention. When you feel something, sit with that feeling until you find out why you feel that way. Don't ignore it. Don't say, nah, that can't be. Okay? And look at those ones that's closest to you. That could be the true manipulators. Look at what they've been doing. Look at what they've been saying. Look at what's going on in their life. Are they trying to divide and conquer something? And if so, why? And what? Because energy siphoning is real. Destiny swapping is real. People see your light. Be careful with people asking you certain questions. Okay? Take note of what's going on around you. Who is around you? What is being said to you? Motherfucker just always asking you certain questions. Why? Okay? People asking you questions about your your plans, your goals. These are signs that somebody is trying to siphon from you and possibly do a destiny swap and keep you from moving into that thing. And then if you are opening up yourself to that person, meaning having sexual intimacy, that is most definitely creating a lot of ties, a lot of chains. So we have to get the overstimulated in the sexual department under control. We have to become disciplined in that area, because a lot of the times that is what's getting people in a lot of trouble. They too horny. Some of y'all is too fucking horny out there. It's like, damn, you don't know how to redirect that energy. Then you must learn how to redirect that energy. Use it to create something else, not create chaos in toxic bonds and things. Okay? It's just really time to wake up. The sun energy. Wake up. Really, it is time to and it's time to just heal. Heal thyself. Okay? Love thyself. Self-love is your first love. That's how you manifest your divine love. Point blank and period. Peace.